Hey guys, I have here one of my old cabinets, and on this one the magnetic catch stopped working simply because the magnets actually broke out of this plastic housing here. So I want to replace this in this video, and the whole process should take about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how the cabinet is constructed. So in this case here, this is a little bit more complicated. But all we really need is one of these replacement magnetic catchers with the strike plate included. So this is what I got here from the local big box hardware store. And all that's in there is here the magnetic catch. Then you have the strike plate. And it comes with a couple of screws. Usually there's 2 different types of screws and 4 screws total. Okay, so we start out with the strike plate. In general, you don't necessarily have to replace this because those don't really go bad. Just for the completeness of this video, I'm going to replace it here with this new strike plate. So unfortunately, the original one had just 1 screw. So and the new strike plate does have 2 screws. So we're going to have to create some new holes here. I'm just going to place this plate here right in the same location. And then in order to figure out where to put our holes, I'm first going to mark these areas here with a pencil or with a pen. And then you want to make sure you're going to use the right screws here. So you have to take a look at the head of the screw. So if you look at it from the side and you see one of them is going to countersink into that strike plate here. So you want to pick the right one. So this one here that can be countersunk in here. So look at this, is what it should look like. And then I'm going to basically prepare the hole before I install the strike plate. So either you can use a drill and make a small hole, or you can just screw in this screw until it catches. So that will already help make the job easier. So then you place the strike plate right on top. Make sure you have the right orientation of the strike plate so that the screw can actually be countersunk into the plate. So then we start with the first side and then we can immediately install the second screw. So this step is really easy and should be completed within a couple of minutes. And then we're going to continue here with replacing the old magnetic catch. So of course here we have 2 screws that we remove. And then we have to find the correct position for the catch. So first we have to check sideways, and this depends on where the strike plate is located on the door. And then we have to check how deep into the cabinet we have to mount the catch. When we're just replacing a catch, then we can usually still see the markings from the old one, and then we're just going to mount it at the same spot. And luckily the mounting holes are usually here oval, so that in case we do misalign the magnets, then we can still adjust them later on without having to put in new holes. Now, in case you cannot tell how deep into the cabinet you have to install your catch, then here's a little trick. First you measure how deep the strike plate penetrates into the cabinet. So in this case here, this is 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to take just a little piece of tape and I'm going to fold this over at exactly 1/2 inch. And once I've done that, then I'm going to just stick this right on here onto the top end of the cabinet opening, just like this. And this helps me as a guide to know where I have to install the new catch. But even if we do make a little mistake here, remember that if the catch is not in the right depth, then you can still adjust it here by loosening up the screws a little bit and then moving the catch back and forth a little bit. And then when all the screws are tightened up, we can try it out and we are already done. Yeah, so that was it for this video. I hope you found the information helpful, and if you have any more questions or comments, then please leave a message below.